Hello, hello, hello. I hope you guys are excited about today's topic because I am. That's half the battle, right? If I'm excited about it. Today, we're going to be talking about not only how, like, we're going to do a step by step tutorial on how you can put your captions on your Instagram videos, but more specifically, why you should do it as well. I really want to key in on that because I think a lot of us create video content and we don't use captions, and there are some reasons you should. There's some big reasons actually why you should. So as you guys are coming in, just give me a shout out. Where in the world are you? Good to see you, Perspective TV. Over on Periscope. So we are currently live on Facebook, LinkedIn, Periscope, and YouTube. So if you guys are on one of those platforms, let's see, we've got Adele. Hey, Adele, great to see you. Adel, hopefully I say it that right. We've got Madrid in the house. Hey, David. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. I hope you're doing good. We need to catch up soon. And we have Sherry from Boston, Lisa from Colorado. Excellent. Paris. Okay, one of my favorite places in the world. Of course, I guess a lot of people probably feel that way, right? I've only been there once, but I loved it. Yeah, we definitely should catch up. I hope you're doing well in all of this craziness that's going on. Life is a little bit interesting these days, for sure. Okay, so like I said, I really want to key in on how you do this the easiest way that I know how. And this is something I've just discovered, by the way. What I'm getting ready to teach you guys is something that I've just recently discovered. Last week, we talked about rev.com in another capacity. We are going to talk about rev.com again today, but in a totally different way. They recently rolled out a new feature. Like a lot of these tools in COVID times, I'm finding that I don't know if it's because people are working from home and they're just getting a lot more productivity, but I've noticed this in several tools. Like Monday.com is rolling out like so many amazing new things since what I call it during COVID times. And I'm seeing that with a lot of tools where they're rolling out a lot of really cool functionality that they haven't previously had. So like I say, we're going to talk about captions, Instagram captions, in the easiest way that I have found to be able to do this. In the past, the way we've been doing what's called burning in the captions with a lot of steps and parts and in between. So for those of you who might have been doing captions already, you know the gig. It can be difficult. So I see we have Rob from Ohio. Hey, Rob. And we have Mary. I hope I'm saying that right. That's such a pretty name. Dubois. I always want to say that backwards. I don't know why. I don't always say that very well. It's the Southern tongue, I guess. Sometimes things don't come out the way they're supposed to. Hey, Deborah, glad to see you. Okay, so if you don't already have a rev.com account, how many of you guys have a rev.com account? Just put your hand up if you do. Just drop a little emoji in, hand up if you've got a rev.com account. If you don't, that's okay, because what I'm getting ready to share with you today is you can get your account and you can get $10 to get started with. So who doesn't want that? So if you don't already have a rev.com account, you can go to kimgarst.com/rev coupon. You can sign up for an account, and the first time you use it, they'll give you a $10 credit. That's a really good deal. Unfortunately, you have to not already have an account in order to get the $10. Sorry about that. But if you already have a Rev account, unfortunately, the $10 won't be something I can offer you. But for those of you who don't have a rev.com account, go sign up, get your $10 off. And then let me show you how you get a video with a burnt in caption all in one fell swoop. Okay. So, Angela, see, I tell you, my names are not coming out right today. I see that she said she's not a fan of rev.com. Funny that you say that, because I have used a lot of different tools. And in fact, recently we've switched back to rev.com. And I want to talk about that real quick, because I think that there is a lot of tools out there these days that do transcription. And a lot of them are what's done with AI. And the quality of the transcript is usually not awesome. In fact, we've tried a bunch of them, and the quality of the transcription just does not come back nice and clean like it does with Rev. So that's why we've switched back. So I totally understand what you're saying. And it's not the only tool, but I did want to show you how to do something that we just discovered. It's a new feature that they rolled out, and you can check it out. So that's what we're going to talk about. So Bianca, happy birthday. Hopefully you have a great one. I have a niece whose birthday is today. So thankfully I remembered that it was her birthday. Okay. So if you don't already have an account, go grab one at kimgross.com/rev coupon, because you'll get the $10. If you already have an account, that's great too, because you can do the same thing. Everything I'm getting ready to share with you, you'll still be able to do. So let me pull on my screen, and I'm going to share with you guys how to do this. So before I do that, let me show you what I mean when I say a video with captions on it. So let me open up, hang on, order details. It's over here. Let me open this up. So if I want to, I ordered just a very small video yesterday so I could show you guys what it would look like. So if I click on preview, let me just turn the volume off. You'll be able to see a preview of the video. Let me enlarge it a little bit. So let me get it. So this is what I ordered yesterday, a small little video, and now it has captions on it. I can download it right from Rev. I don't have to pop it into another tool. I can literally just download it, and voila, I can upload it wherever I want. In this case, to Instagram. So the reason I'm keying in on Instagram, let's talk about that real quick. A lot of social platforms allow you to put what's called .srt files after you've done your videos. You know, you can have them transcribed, and then you can upload, or in some cases, most of the tools these days have a transcription feature. Like Facebook has one, YouTube has one. So they'll and they use AI to create the captions for your videos. The problem with that is that they're messy, and you usually have to spend a lot of time editing them. And I don't know about you, but I don't have time for that. And if you're going to spend 2 hours, going through and editing, an hour-long video so that the captions show up right, who wants to do that, right? So that's another reason that I feel like that there's the Instagram piece, the Instagram platform doesn't have that functionality. So that's why I'm keying in on that specifically. But again, you can use this same strategy for your Facebook videos, for your YouTube videos, to have a cleaner caption, a header than perhaps what the AI does on those specific platforms. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, so let me pull my screen back up here. Here we go. Okay, so that's what a video with captions looks like. So how do you get it using rev.com? Well, like I say, sign up for your account to get the $10 off Rev coupon, or if you've already got an account, just log in. And then you would go, let's get back to the main screen here. I'm already logged in. You would log in, and you would go up to this big blue button right here where it says place new order. And you would click on captions. In this particular case, it's captions. So when you do that, you would upload your video. So if I was going to upload a video, I just go to, you can upload from your device, like if you're on a laptop or your computer. Let's see, we have, you can do Dropbox, Box, Google Drive. So you can upload from a variety of different places. All right. So let me, one thing that I forgot to talk to you guys about, and I want to do that real quick before we go through this process. So my apologies. I should have told you before. Why do you want to do this? Let's focus in on that first, and then I'll go back to the how to. Okay. So my apologies for that. Okay. So why do you want to create captions for your videos? This is super important. And I meant to lead with this and I omitted to do so. So I'm circling back. Okay. So one of the I would say most important reasons, although maybe not arguably the most important, but it's a huge factor. 85% of people watch videos with the sound off, guys. So if there's no audio, they're just going to skip over it. They're not going to, it's not going to be what's called thumb stopping content. If you think about it, if people are watching content, video content in their feeds, and there's no captions, they can't understand the context of the video, which means they more than likely are not going to stick with the video for any length of time. That's why a lot of videos on Facebook or Instagram or anywhere have very short windows of video view, because those 3 seconds that it takes to realize that there's no captions, so why bother, kind of thing. So this is a huge factor. Another factor is if your community has non-native speakers or non-native followers, then they're going to thank you for having those captions on your videos, because it's easier for them to read than perhaps sometimes understand the concepts of the spoken word. So that's another reason that you should consider putting captions on your videos. And then the third reason, guys, seriously, this is huge. And you just assume that most people can hear, when that is not true. That's a huge assumption. You need to do this for your hearing impaired followers, because it's not just about people who can't hear total. I mean, like they're deaf. That's one element of it. But there's like 7.6 million people in the US alone who have hearing impairment. Like, they just can't hear certain, their quality of hearing is not awesome. So that's a lot of folks, and that's just people who've been diagnosed. Quick example, my husband, who's retired from the military and has been around, explosions and helicopters and all that stuff for years, he's technically, he has what I call selective hearing loss. Sometimes we joke about it. It's not a joke. I don't mean it like that. But it's frequencies sometimes for him. So he can hear his phone, even if it's on silent, the vibration of it anywhere in the house. Like even if it's upstairs, he can hear it. But yet he can't hear somebody, sometimes sitting right beside of him. So it's the difference is, interestingly enough, on what I would say are hearing impaired end users are something we as marketers need to be cognizant of and sensitive to, and make sure that we show up in a way that is helpful for them. It gives them options at that point, instead of them trying to read our lips, which, I think a lot of times does happen too. As I'm again speaking from my husband's experience there, he has learned to read lips for sure. So, but I wanted to focus back on that because I really wanted to let you guys know that there are some core reasons that you really need to embrace the concept of captions on your videos. Okay. Thank you so much, Laura, for saying this. Thank you so much. So Laura says, letting you know that hearing impaired is not the right terminology. Deaf or hard of hearing are the correct terminology by 99% of deaf people. The other 1% uses hearing impaired. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that, because when you're not in that world, you don't sometimes know the right terminology. And so very appreciative of you sharing that with us. All right. So now let's go back to how you do this. Okay. So going back to the tool, you find whatever video you want to upload to your, I'm just going to pull one out. I'm going to go to my videos. Let me get one pulled up here. Let's see. I'll just pull in this one, and then I'm going to upload it. And I think this is a very short video. Give it a minute as it uploads, and all right, come on. It's taken a minute, and it's really not a long video either. It's pretty short little video, but okay. So once it gets to here, It's a two, let's see, it's going to, I see now. It has like 2 hours. It's not 2 hours. No, this is the estimated delivery time. So within 2 hours, I can have this back, which again saves me so much time in trying to figure all these pieces out. So it's a very short video. So it's only going to cost me about $5 to get it transcribed with the burnt in captions. So if I don't have the burnt in captions selected, I'll just get just the transcript, right? So I want to make sure that I have the burnt in captions on here. And once I do that, it's going to cost me a total of $6 to get this little video transcribed with the captions on the video. And then I don't have to worry about downloading the .srt file and then matching it up to the actual videos somewhere else. All of it happens inside of rev.com, which is why I'm so excited about this, which is what we've had to do in the past, where we've had the different pieces. You know, we've had the video, and then we've had the file, and then we had to marry them together somehow. Now we no longer have to do that. And again, very cheap if you value your time. And once you have all that done, you just check out. And then it goes back to the timeline. In roughly 2 hours, you'd go back and check, and you would check your, let's see, hang on just a second. You would check your orders and pull up your order, that particular order, and you can preview it. You can download it. So let's take a look at what the download looks like. Let me go back to this real quick. So inside of the order, there's a download feature right here. So if you click on download, it'll say .srt, but you can also go here and click to the burned in captions, which will create the actual video. And you'll need to come in and do this. And then once you do the download button, it will give you the option to download the SRT file, but it'll also send you an email to let you know that the video is completed. So once the video is completed, you can come back in here and you click on the preview. And the way you get the video, let me turn the sound off. The way you actually download the video with the captions on it is you hit the preview button. So let me do this again. You hit the preview button, the video pops up, and you right click on it. And there's a save video as. And once you click on save video as, it'll give you the opportunity to download it as an MP4 with the captions on it. And then all you have to do is, then all you have to do is upload it wherever you want, AKA Instagram. So great question. Does rev.com correct the spellings of words? Yes. So let me explain. There's two things, two styles of transcription that rev.com does. One is hang on a second. One is AI, meaning it's artificial intelligence. They run it through some sort of a word thing, and it spits out a transcript. And it's not awesome. It's like all the other AI out there. It's like, you know, if you try to use Facebook's AI transcription or YouTube's AI transcription, it's okay, but it's not 100%. And it does no spell checks. It doesn't take out the ums and the ahs and all the external words. But rev.com also has a human transcription service. And that's what I always get, because it does do spell check. It takes out all the external words. Everything is nice and neat. And I very rarely have to make any edits to it after I get it back. And if I was to use the AI version, I would probably have to spend an hour at least, sometimes more, on a video that is an hour or so long. So there is a reason that I have really circled back to using rev.com, because the human transcription service is just stellar, in my opinion. I haven't found anything yet that has compared to it. That's not to say there's not something out there. That's just us. We have really gone back to using it, and it's, and I'm sorry about that. I've got the dogs barking a little bit. So life is that, right? So like I say, this is a great little resource for you guys. Great. Thank you. Great comment, Rhonda. The average AI for Rev is around 80% accuracy rating. But when you use their full service, the accuracy rating is 99%. Come here, Max. He's going a little crazy. So great question, Paul. Yes, it does cost less. The AI version does cost less. And the so hang on just a moment on the, let me get you the, come here, buddy. Come here. Okay. All right. You guys get to see Max. Max is about 14 weeks old and he just got a haircut yesterday. So he's looking adorable. So going back to the AI is 25 cents per minute, guys. So it's pretty cheap. Now the full service is $1.25 a minute. So it's a little bit, well, it's quite a bit more, but still it's worth it, in my opinion. Yes, exactly. It's way too many errors. I mean, honestly, it's the same with YouTube's AI. All of the AI transcription services I've used have just been hard. I mean, because you have to circle back, and if you want it to be correct, you have to edit it. So if you have plenty of time and you don't need to do anything else to make money in your business, then go for it. But if you are busy and you have other things, then your time is worth this. I'm telling you, your time is worth not having to stress over making sure that your transcription is correct. Thanks. Yeah, Max is a cute. Oops. So Max is a cutie pie. Yes, we like him just a little bit. So again, you guys, you can get your coupon at kimgarst.com/rev coupon. It gives you a way to give it a go without really coming out of pocket for it. So of course, that's only for people who don't already have an account. They didn't give me anything to give to people who already had an account. But this will give you a way to get going and like I say, give it a go. See if it makes your life simpler. One thing I want to share with you guys is whatever format you upload your video in. So if you are going to use captions, for example, on an Instagram story, then the Instagram story, the format will be the same. In other words, it's not just exclusive to landscape videos. All right. And Charmaine, with these videos, with the caption feature, you can turn them off, which is kind of clever. So if you get a video with the closed captioned, with the captions on it through rev.com, you'll be able to turn them off. It gives you the option to turn them off if you want to as an end user. Now, that said, I wonder, I'm just thinking out loud. So I wonder if that is dependent on the settings on the social platforms. You know, that's sometimes you think that you say the right things and then you're like, I wonder if somebody's settings would make that not true. So I would probably test it just to make sure. But that was my experience when I downloaded it. I was able to turn it off. All right. Yeah, I think you're going to love it, David. It's a time saver for us. And several things that they've rolled out recently have been pretty awesome. This was something that is brand new, like just a few days ago. And as soon as we saw it, the team was like, yes, woo. You know, it saves us time and it'll save us some steps. That we no longer have to, jump through the hoops. So the video team in particular was pretty stoked about the fact that we could just, and get it all at the same time. So we can get the transcript at the same time that we get the video output, which, is pretty amazing. All right. Well, hopefully this has been helpful, guys. yeah, I hope it's been helpful. I hope you give it a go. And like I said before, I primarily focused in on Instagram. And I did that because, Instagram doesn't have a way to match your SRT file, your caption, your subtitle file to a video. So you have to burn in your captions on Instagram. And this solves the problem. Yes. Oh, good. Yes. Good point. So thank you, Juan. So, Charmaine, you ask a question, how can you get live captions for a live show? And Juan says, Facebook has its settings for the viewer. You should be able to turn it on and off for this live. So great answer. Thanks for answering that, Juan. All right. All right. Well, guys and gals, I hope you've had a great learning experience here. I really appreciate the fact that you joined me. I know time is valuable. I hope you can take this and run with it and get some value from it. So take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you on Monday. We have a really special guest, and we're talking about live video. So don't miss out. Marketing That Grows Your Business show is at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday morning. So take care of yourselves and stay safe. God bless.